G'day Wyong Public School, Mr Webb here. Welcome to week 6 with our digital newsletter. Really excited to be sitting here this week. I've got Mr Tighe, our Aboriginal Education Officer. I've got Mr Webb, our Student Support Officer. I'm going to be talking to these guys in a bit, but how are we both going, boys?
Yeah, good. Yeah, pretty good.
Awesome, good. We're looking very bright today on one side.
Oh, mate, I just want to be spotted from a distance.
always a good thing. Look, Webby and Trevor, I'm going to talk to you guys in a minute. Just a few messages from me just to the community. Look, firstly, really excited about some events that are coming up in the next couple of weeks. We've got some open classrooms happening in week 9, which will be really great. It's just an opportunity, 45 minutes on a Friday afternoon, just to drop in, just to come in, have a yarn with your class teacher, have a look at some of the work that's going on in the room, and just embrace some of the really great positive stuff that we're doing here at Wyong Public School. So that's already up on the calendar. We've got school photos coming up as well in a couple of weeks' time, which is always a really fun and exciting event in schools, always a lot of organisation behind that. So we're really looking forward to the school photos. And I think what we'll see replicated in that is a lot of happy faces with those smaller classes for this year as well. A huge thank you to our Aboriginal families and our community and to Trev and to the teachers. PLPs and PLSP meetings have been going on this week and last week as well. Something that we're going to do every term. So week 5 and 6 of every term, we're going to have that time put aside. We're going to open up the bookings, and it's an opportunity for those with Aboriginal students in our schools, for those whose kids need those learning adjustments, to come in and talk about some learning goals. And it's a really great process, and really excited that we could have some designated time. Trevor and I often talk about, and Nick, how passionate we are about Aboriginal education in our school and differentiating learning for all our kids. Attendance, huge congratulations. We're sitting at around 90% attendance across the school, which is phenomenal. We're about 2% above the state at the moment. It's just incredible. 90% is a really great target for us to have. We understand that kids get sick and there's holidays thrown in there sometimes as well. We do have a designated officer in the school to look after attendance. That's Lisa. So if you get a call from Lisa, please be kind to her. It really is just her following and us following department's policy around attendance, just making sure that your kids are safe and just making sure that they're coming to school and getting a high quality education. I've been starting my principal round, so one of the things that I like to do each term is to go into classrooms with a bit of an instructional focus, and at the moment I'm looking at some of that English focus across the school. I went into Mrs Buckley's room this morning, KA. It was amazing. We're doing the letter P. We're talking about all the things that we could draw and that began with the letter P. But I'm really loving that explicit teaching with that focus on phonics and reading and spelling. That's a big push at our school. And next week, I'll actually have Mrs Marler and Mrs Bath here, and we're actually going to talk about their role and the role of the new curriculums playing across our school. Another thing I would like to encourage people to do is to keep checking Central and also Facebook. We're trying to be as organised as possible. We're trying to put all of our events well in advance, get you organised, keep us organised. There's always lots going on at Wyong Public School. I know a few of my colleagues are often, when I show them what we do at the school, they're very impressed and a little bit overwhelmed sometimes, I think, with the stuff that we do. So it's just about providing those really great opportunities for our kids. And lastly, it'd be remiss of me not to talk about the P&C. We've had an amazing P&C meeting in the first part of this term. We had great numbers. Please come. Please don't be scared. It's a gold coin donation to join. The more that we have, the more that we do things together for our kids and for this community, and I think that's really important. There'll be a notification that goes up about that closer to the date, but it is on Tuesday, week 8. And like I said, it's a great opportunity to come to sit down, listen to what's happening at the school. 6 o'clock in the staff room. You can do it online as well. You can join us if you can't make it in person. But I'm going to turn over to these gents. That's kind of the main reason why I'm sitting here. We are in Mr Tighe's room and soon to be shared with Mr Webb, but look, more affectionately known as Trev and Webby across the school. I'm going to start with you, Trev. Your AEO role. Tell us what is that role in the school?
So it's working directly with Aboriginal kids, but I do work with all kids, and I'll do like community engagement as well. So I'll go out to different organisations in the community and just, you know, show my face and put a name and let them know what's going on at the school. So like recently we had a facelift in our G&G garden. So it's, you know, it's more opening, more brighter. And I was speaking with a guy from the Botanic Gardens, Brendan. So he's happy to help us put some plants in, so some native plants. So yeah, we're just in the process of getting some mulch and, you know, a few other things. And he's going to come to the school one afternoon and yeah, do some plants with the kids, and all parents are invited as well.
Yeah.
But we'll send out those invitations and let people know when it's happening.
Yeah, that's great, mate. And that engagement culture is really important.
Yeah.
You know, and we talk about it all the time, I think, on a daily basis. Why do you live a little bit away from Wyong? Why do you get up every morning to come to Wyong? What is it about Wyong that you love coming to work?
Personally, it reminds me of back home.
Yeah.
So like there's a lot of like with culture, there's a lot of similar things down at Wyong and back home in Maury.
Yeah.
And like the community as well just reminds me of back home. Like it feels like my second place besides Newcastle.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's, and like I love being here, love the kids, like love the community, like love the school, like and I want to bring as much culture as I can.
Yeah.
In.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, that's one of the reasons why I wake up early. I just love what I do. So.
That's awesome, and we love having you here too, mate. I love coming to work every day with you.
I hope so.
Always interesting to see what Trev's eating in the staff room.
Mate, it's not me you got to worry. There's a bloke next to me. He's...
Well, we'll talk about the bloke next year. So Webby has just started at our school this year. Student support officer. It's a role traditionally that you see in high schools, but obviously coming into the school last year, it was obviously something that I identified quite early on as needing. It's kind of like a youth worker role, but Webby will talk about the broad role that he has at our school.
Yeah, it's mainly just about building that better relationship or keeping that good relationship going with the community and the school. Also, make sure the kids have a really good day. Have fun, enjoy it, get that wave at the end of the day saying, "See Mr Webb." That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, and a lot of community, very similar to Trev's role as well, isn't it, Nick? Like, you're doing a lot of community engagement, you're doing a lot of reaching out to non-government organisations, government organisations.
Yeah, just to see what we can get for the school kids and the community, like help everyone out, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, and we talk about early intervention, and that's what we're both passionate about, is trying to capture these supports early on, rather than letting it get to high school or into adulthood as well. Why do you like coming to work?
Food. Yeah, I like a challenge. I like to be busy all day. These kids here are amazing, and there's always something new with these kids every day.
Yeah.
So yeah, always like to think, and they're putting a challenge to me, so that's good.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and again, very much the same as Trev. We love coming to work every day, and love that we've got these unique roles in our school to support our kids and our staff and our families. The last question I'm going to ask you both is outside of work. If we were to find you outside of work, Trev, what would you be doing?
Usually I'm pretty into my training, so like CrossFit or like football training. On the weekends I'm either playing footy or out somewhere fishing or setting up a tent camping. But yeah, usually I try and get back home a lot too.
Yeah.
So, which I haven't been able to do, but I try to when I can.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I'll be laying up at the beach, you know.
Yeah.
Good sunny day. So.
Always that pull of the country for us country boys.
Oh, definitely. It's like I said, it's home.
Yeah, absolutely.
God's country it is.
Yeah. What about you, Webby? What would we see you doing?
Yeah, hanging out with family. I've got a little man at home, 1-year-old, that keeps me busy outside of work. So I have a footy or hanging out with family.
Yeah, lovely. Well, lads, thank you so much for today. I know little bit low-level anxiety doing a bit of an interview for the
mate,
newsletter.
I don't like the cameras, eh? Jesus.
But I think everyone who's going to watch is going to appreciate the time that you guys have given today to talk about your role. Obviously, there's so much more that you guys do, but really appreciate it. Like I said, next week we're going to be talking with our AP Curriculum Instructions, talking about some of that curriculum stuff. We've heard some of the community and wellbeing stuff. But in the interim, have a great week ahead, whenever it is that you're watching this, and we'll see you in week 9.